What is going on, YouTube people? Northeast Ohio Cards and Comics here for another football video today. A cautionary tale. I probably should have made this one prior to the week 1 games, but it kind of slipped my mind. And then it popped up on Twitter, someone talking about this. And I've done a similar video to this before, but I think it's worth talking about because there's always a lot of new people coming to the channel and stuff. And it's been probably 6-8 months, maybe even a year since I've kind of talked about this. And that's not going crazy on the rookie quarterbacks that only have 1 or 2 cards out. So we're going to look at a couple examples. And this is your fair warning. I feel like most people that watch this channel are smart enough for this, but maybe every once in a while you just need a little reminder. So like, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff down below. We will try to keep this one short and sweet. But this is, quite honestly, probably one of the biggest mistakes I see people that are just coming in make. Or people that even been in the game for a while. You get caught up on the hype train, and next thing you know, you're making some poor life choices, and you find yourself upside down on a bunch of junk cards. What are we talking about? This rookie class: Mac Jones, Zach Wilson, Justin Fields, just to name a few. Those are the 3 we're going to talk about today. Don't have a lot of cards out. Mac Jones looked pretty good yesterday. Zach Wilson played okay. Didn't get the win, but, you know, whatever. Justin Fields, a lot of hype. Not on the field yet. Long story short, it's week 1. They do not have a lot of cards yet. Donruss football just came out. Brand new product just came out. And it's the first real card of these guys. They're in their uniform. One of the main brands, not college, you know, the whole 9 yards. There's a lot of hype early in the season, especially, we're mostly going to focus on Mac Jones here, but I figured I'd throw the other ones in to begin with. You know, he all of a sudden is named the starter. Cam Newton gets cut. He looks pretty okay yesterday. Doesn't win, but whatever. These prices come out of the gate so high initially that it is ridiculous. We see Mac Jones based on Russ here for $64. Zach Wilson's for 31 and Justin Fields for 38. I probably could have pulled Trey Lance too, but I just stuck with these 3. $64 for Mac Jones based Donruss is absolutely flipping insane. Do not, for the love of all that is holy, chase this base Donruss stuff. Paper Donruss, it does do pretty good in PSA 10s. We've seen it with Allen, we've seen it with Lamar, but this is so overinflated at this point, it is ridiculous. Let's pop over here. Look at let's stay here for a second. So Mac Jones, $64. Zach Wilson, $31. Justin Fields, $38. Let's look at Justin Herbert. What does his base Donruss raw go for from just last year? What do you know? $18. Mac Jones is a pretty okay player. Do you think he's going to have a better season than Justin Herbert had last year? I don't think so. Don't chase this nonsense. Please don't chase this nonsense. If you're ripping Donruss, like if you bought a couple boxes to rip, whatever, cool. Sell that stuff as fast as humanly possible. It will never have value than it does, higher value than it does now. Do not waste time sending it into grading. Do not pass go. Do not collect your $200. Just head straight to eBay, post it, sell it as fast as humanly possible. Don't mess around with this stuff. Don't get cute and send it in for grading. If you catch a 9 or a 9.5, by the time you get it back, it'll be a $20 card. Just sell it raw. And it goes down typically pretty quick. So please, for the love that is all holy, do not fall into this trap. One of the biggest ones, and the Card Talk pod guys talked about this last year. I distinctly remember this conversation. And keep this in mind, like going into next week. Clyde Edwards-Helaire went off in week 1 last year. Thursday Night Football, I think it was. Absolutely shredded the league. People were losing their damn minds. Here's Clyde Edwards-Helaire, base Donruss card. It was $37 when it first popped in the Market Movers. It was actually going for slightly higher than that before Market Movers picked it up. Look at how quick that card went down. This was on September 13th. It was a $37 card. By October 5th, it was a $5 card. It's less than a month. I'm not saying Mac Jones is going to be a $5 card. He's a quarterback. It's a little bit of apples and oranges, but you get the point. Look at what Herbert's going for now, $18. And look at what these guys are going for. And these guys are not Justin Herbert. I'm not the biggest Justin Herbert guy in the world, but these guys are not Justin Herbert. You know who commands a $65 price tag in a Don Russ Raw? Josh Allen. He goes for about $50 to $60 on his. An actual, proven, legitimate quarterback. Not Mac Jones. For comparison's sake, a Mahomes goes for a couple $100. Obviously, a whole different story there, but just to give you guys some balance here. But long story short, do not chase this base paper Don Russ mysticism the first couple weeks of the season. Just like any product, when this stuff first comes out, it's ultra hot because it's the brand new thing on the block. Everyone runs to get it instead of just being patient and waiting. It's even exaggerated more so with this because it's the first real product with them in their NFL jerseys. And once again, blow this out to wide receivers, running backs as well. I didn't look at Waddles or Devontae Smith cards, but they're probably overinflated right now too, which is good for you if you're ripping boxes. It's more likely that maybe you could get your money back out of it. The Don Russ base is like, what, $500 a box, I think, right now? $400 a box? Basically, unless you hit it downtown, I don't really know how you make your money back out of that product or hit like a big auto or something the next day, or pen pal, whatever they're called. But the moral of the story is stay away from this stuff when it first releases, even more so in football. I get it. You want the Mac Jones card. It's all the hype. It's all everyone's talking about. You got to run to eBay. Hurry up and buy it. Literally just wait a month and you could buy 8 of them for the same price as one, most likely. Maybe not 8, but you get the point. So that's your public service announcement today. That's your little PSA on Not the Grading Company. Do not get cute and chase the stuff. If you rip it, don't get cute and try to grade it to increase your value. Just sell it. You won't have to worry about the cost of grading. You won't have to worry about if you catch a 9, a 9.5, or a non-10, basically. And by the time you get the card back anyway, it'll be worth probably about what you could have just sold for raw. Like a PSA 10 Baker and Lamar do, like a PSA 10 Kyler does, well, prior to yesterday, like $120. That's a PSA 10 Kyler Murray. Not that you could send this to PSA right now at their current price level, but you get the point. So in an SGC, that's probably what, half? Maybe a little more than half, $60, $70. You could just sell the card for $65 raw if it's a Mac Jones that you're talking about. Take the money, move on, buy something actual legitimate. So, now, if you're ripping this stuff later on down the road, or you find these 6 months from now in a $5 box or whatever, different story. If they're in good shape, buy them, send them off to grading, and make your money there. But when you're ripping this stuff hot off the Panini line, you're much better off just selling this stuff raw and moving on to the next thing. You can already see. Look where this card started. $116 was the high that one of these sold for at one point in time. They're down to 65 now, so they've already come down halfway from where they initially were. Justin Fields, $77. Zach Wilson, $56. So these are the people that ripped it and sold it like day one. So it's already come down quite a bit from them, and it still has a ways to go, in my opinion. So, like I said, that's your public service announcement today. Hopefully, most of you guys and girls that watch the channel are well aware of this, but it is a trap that I do see a lot of people fall into. So I just wanted to make sure that we got out ahead of it. And if you are ripping this product, just sell it. That's all I got for you guys and girls today. Like, comment, sub, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.